On a brand new server, like the upcoming Agnarr server, the monk is a really solid choice for a melee character. In fact, in my opinion, it's the best melee character out there. And if you're starting a human monk in Quinos, another advantage of it is it starts really close to the front door. I mean, you don't have to go very far. You can just turn in your newbie shirt and get out there and start fighting. And there you are over there. You just go around the corner and you're out and you're ready for action. But you will need a healer. And most likely, you'll probably get a druid as a healer. In fact, I think that's the best one to get at this low level, because you're going to get a thorn shield later on and a lot of other goodies with it. So just head right out the door and follow along with me. The first thing you want to do as a monk is you want to get out here, try to get into a group or pair up with another healer. And the healers that are most likely available to you are going to be clerics, because you're in Quinos, and possibly druids. Now they're a little bit higher up the hill in Surefall Glades, and you may or may not have them yet, but if you do know somebody that's creating a druid, have them run on down and pair up with this person. The thing I like about the druid is they have spells and they can help you fight. First things you want to fight are these rats. They are level 1, they have about 17 hit points or so, and you want to stay with them because the jump from level 1 to level 2 is another 17 or so hit points. For example, level 2 stuff will have about 34 hit points or so. So that's going to be kind of a lot for you to take on. You could knock out a lot of level 1s at this rate, but at some point you're going to have to take on a level 2. So try to focus on stuff like these rats. And if you are in a group or you are a duo or whatever, try to come out there and get level 2 stuff. Now this Clicknick drone is level 2. He has got about 35 hit points. The bat here is a level 1 bat. They are kind of hard to hit, but they don't have a whole lot of hit points on them. Now what you can expect when you first get out to the newbie area is a ton of people, especially if you're on the server on day 1. There's going to be a whole lot of people, and there's going to be a whole lot of kill stealing going on. So don't be surprised if somebody tries to kill steal you. Now in the background there you see a decayed skeleton. This is the big prize. When you see this, jump on it. Don't think, just jump on it. And sure, he's white. This is even better. I mean, he's only got 17 hit points, and bam! Look at that. Down he goes. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 2 is 19. See, just about 17 hit points. He will usually have a weapon or something. Take those weapons and sell them, because this is the only money you're going to get. And on a new server, there is no economy. Every piece of gold and silver counts, and I mean everything. Now this guy's a little bit, he's yellow, so you're going to see right here he has more hit points, but we do have the druid helping us. But as they have more hit points, they also are going to hit you harder and faster too. So just keep that in mind. You can see right there, we're not really doing a whole lot of damage to them, but if you got a group, you should have no problem taking these guys on. Now what I suggest is for the next couple levels, you stay in this area right in the newbie zone. And when you get a little bit higher, you can go up to the next area right there. There we go, got Mr. Druid whacking away on him right there. There are mobs that you should definitely stay away from here. If you see Fippy Darkpaw, definitely don't challenge him unless you're in a good group. Because even though he is a yellow or level 4 to you, he really hits a lot harder. And he may actually have more hit points than a regular level 4 mob would have. So just keep killing these things as best you can. Hunt out decayed skeletons, because the bone chips, you can sell them, and sometimes they have nice weapons on them. Sometimes they have cracked staff. If you see one with a staff, jump on it doubly as fast. Just always be ready to jump on it, because those things sell for 1 platinum each. So just operate in this area. If you get in trouble, go back to the guard there and just haul ass back there. And keep in mind, your monk is not going to have much armor on him, but since they just use their fists, they're going to be really, really strong tanks right out of the box. So we're going to go back to the guards, and then we're going to go in here, we're going to sell our junk. Now I just want to show you why it's not worth doing quests here. Because they've changed the experience that low-level quests have, and this is the Rat Whisker quest, We're going to turn in 4 rat whiskers to exterminator. And you're supposed to get some experience, but I'm just going to show you why it's a waste of your time in inventory. And here's our experience at 72%. We're going to give it to him. And we only have 1%. So you can be carrying all those things around. You're only going to get 1%. Point here, don't bother with these quests. They've all been fixed. So just go out there and keep killing. That's what you want to do. At night, this bad boy comes out. He's called Fippy Darkpaw. And you see, we got 2-on-1. Remember we took that decayed skeleton, no big deal. Well, I got the druid on the back, and we're both pounding away at him, but look what's happening. Absolutely nothing. And that's because he's a named mob. He will hit harder, and he has more than the typical level 4 mob would have. Most level 4 mobs have about 75 hit points or so. Well, this guy, he must have 100 and something. So you have to be really aware of him. Stay away from him. But if you do get him, he is nice experience, but he's no more experienced than any other yellow con would have. So just run all the way back in here, haul ass all the way there, because he can get right through the guards. That's how tough that guy is. He can go all the way back here. And let the guards tear him a new one. And you're going to see some things. You're going to see him killing everybody, newbies out there and all that. See, there we go. We're just running for it. Now he's dead. So stay away from this guy. Let other people waste their mana and health on him. And you just stay with leveling up, sticking with the easy stuff. Now it's almost time to go on to the Quinos Hills, so that's where we're going next. So about level 4 or 3, probably level 4, you should head up to North Quinos Hills. And that means just get out of the city zone and go north. You're going to still find a lot of blues here. And your objective is to go as far north as you can to get to Surefall Glades. Now, if you have a druid with you, he's going to need to go there to get spells. So if you're duoing or if he's just with you, go up there so he can get spells, because a lot of good spells he's going to need. And you want him to buy things like Harmony, Burst of Flame, stuff like that. Skip the Endure Fire and those other things. You only want to buy the minimum, the spells you're going to need. And he's going to want to get a nuke and, like I said, the Harmony and the Snare. So about 3 spells you need to get. Just focus on those. You can buy the others later when you have more money. So just head north here. You can handle most of these mobs. You have to be careful when you see wolves out there. Try to just take blues at this point. It will get a little tougher in the middle of the zone, but once you get past the middle of the zone and you start going further north, it gets easier, because that is Surefall Glades newbie zone. And after you get up to there, the next thing you want to do is you want to go swing a right towards the eastern wall over to Blackburrow Dungeon. You want to get there probably about level 5 would be good, maybe level 6. Get yourself a group there. If you're there early, there may not be a group there yet. And if you're one of the first few in the group, the experience is going to be fantastic, and you will really, really make some progress. Now, these are crude Defiant Plate boots. I do not think they're going to be in the game, because Defiant came along much later, and since this is a classic time lock progression server, they shouldn't have them in there. But by God, if they do, don't argue. Just get them and jump on it, because that'll make you so uber and overpowered. So that's going to be it for this part. Just like I said, work your way up with the goal being Blackburrow Dungeon.